Hi there, students. To paint yourself into a corner, to paint oneself into a corner. Okay, this means to create a difficult situation for yourself, to do something that leaves you no solution, no good solutions or no alternatives. In the speech, the candidate had painted himself into a corner and he had to take back several of the things that he said because there was no alternative. Yeah, there are a lot of other ways to put this. You could dig yourself into a hole. You could box yourself into a corner. Yeah, you could back yourself into a corner as well. Okay, so this is one of these situations where you do something and you suddenly find yourself in a really difficult situation with no way out. Okay, so this is putting yourself in a situation where there's only one way out, or the only ways out are really, really unpleasant. Yeah, but notice, if you paint yourself into a corner, you get yourself into trouble. Yeah, yeah. It has the idea that you've done something something wrong. Yeah, you've painted yourself into a corner. So yes, he spent a huge amount of money on a new car, and then discovered he couldn't pay the mortgage. So he painted himself into a corner, either lose the house or sell the car again and lose a lot of money. Yeah, so he painted himself into a corner. Okay, this idiom, the origin is very clear. This is, you're in a room. Think about the image, and you're painting the floor. Yeah, and you paint and you paint and you're backing into a corner, and suddenly there's paint all around you, a clean bit, a bit that's not painted under your feet, and the only way out is to walk across the freshly painted surface. Well, or you could wait 12 hours until it dries, which wouldn't be a very good solution either. Yeah. He lied on his curriculum and said that he spoke fantastic English. And then they gave him the job, and suddenly he found himself answering the phone to British-speaking clients. He had really painted himself into a corner because he didn't understand a word that they'd said. So he has to admit in some way that he doesn't actually speak English. Okay? So to get yourself into a difficult situation, which it's not easy to extricate yourself. He took on far too many jobs at the same time and painted himself into a corner. Yeah, he just couldn't do all of them, so he had to say to some of the clients that he couldn't do it. Yeah, if you leave a 20-page essay to the last moment, you're really painting yourself into a corner. Yeah, because if there are any problems, you're going to be in real difficulty. Okay, so to paint yourself into a corner, an idiom, to dig yourself into a hole, to get yourself into a corner, to box yourself in. So formality. I think I'm going to give this a 4 in formality. In an informal conversation, great. Informal writing, great. Semi-formal conversation, maybe. Semi-formal writing, on the edge of acceptability. Okay, so yeah, don't paint yourself into a corner, because then you're going to be in a really difficult situation. Enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. To paint yourself into a corner.